experiencing explosive diarrhea. The incident was so severe that it created a biohazard situation on board, forcing the plane to return to the airport. Explosive diarrhea, not like a... No, like... Oh my God, I can't stop. 2 NASA astronauts have been stranded in space for months. Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, you're not coming home. You're stuck.
A woman marries her AI companion.
No, shut it. Stop it.
What state do you think this is in, by the way?
She marries her AI. This has got to be California. Is it?
A woman in California made headlines.
Shocker.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Burn Down. Hold on, let me put my hat backwards because yours is front and you're wearing the same t-shirt, so let's switch it up.
I can go backwards again.
1, 2, 3.
I'm a big backwards guy.
We are back in the Burn Down podcast studio. I'm Eric. That's Justin.
What's up?
We got blueprints. We got diligence. Smoking. We're smoking it up. We're burning it down. We're talking it out on the Burn Down podcast. Today, I'm just going to start rattling off some outrageous, outlandish stories.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun one.
And you just tell me what you want to talk about. Ready?
So this is going to be a fun one because we got 10 just outrageous. What the fuck you got? What the hell is even that?
You like that?
So we got 10 outrageous stories that have happened in the last 30 days?
Last 30 days, son. Ready?
Last 30 days. So we're going to start talking about some of these.
Off.
And it's going to spark some good conversation, okay? But before we get into that, just a shameless quick plug. Like, subscribe, follow, check out the website, burnoutpodcast.com. We got merch, we got cigars, there's a blueprint, there's diligent. Become a member. $5 a month to get exclusive discounts to the blueprint and the diligent. You get a 15% off code if you're a member, okay? And you get entered into monthly giveaways. We give away cigar, spirits, accessories, and more. Most of the time, it's BDP merch, but occasionally we have a sponsor that comes in and gives us some free stuff to give to you guys. So be on the lookout for that because we're also going to be revamping the membership.
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to have different tiers.
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to have little gifts for people that buy a year's worth.
Yeah, buddy.
Things of that nature. Be on the lookout. Eric. Look at this. Nice.
Smack my bitch up.
What is the first crazy story?
This doesn't really sound too crazy, but maybe we have to look into it more. But it is Florida man's bizarre pizza fraud scheme. A man in Florida was arrested for impersonating a famous Miami pizza joint. He created a fake version of the restaurant and tried to sell pizzas under its name, leading to a bizarre fraud scheme.
Do they have the name of the pizzeria?
Nah.
So a guy in Florida. So there was a. Can we search it?
I mean, we could
look it up. Go to Safari and find like Miami, Florida fraud. Miami pizza fraud.
Here we go. Miami, not Mimi.
Mimi pizza fraud.
Pizza fraud.
It's got to be like the first thing that pops up.
It's got to come up. Here we go. August 20th, 2024.
So a couple weeks ago.
Man accused of defrauding Miami Springs Pizzeria, stealing name and customers.
Miami Springs Pizzeria. So this guy opened up a shop and I guess didn't purchase the franchise license.
The owner of Popular
and decided, hey, that's like somebody.
That's a lot of work to just pretend. Like, you got to know eventually you're going to get caught.
That's like opening up a Pizza Hut. Opening up a store, a pizzeria, putting the name Pizza Hut on there and be like, yeah, I'm a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not.
Just, if you're willing to go through all that work, just start your own.
Yeah.
Just start your own. Just change the name.
And I feel like all you had to do was pick a different name.
Yeah. You did all the work.
Like, you did everything.
You just didn't want to build clientele from the ground up.
You just had to pick a different name. And you would have been Gucci. Guy could have just said Florida Pizza.
He could have been the next top pizzeria in Florida, but guess what? Now you're busted for fraud.
Yeah, could have been called Papa's Pizza.
Scumbag
Pizza.
This one, astronauts stranded in space?
I did see this.
Did you?
I did see this. I didn't look into it, but they had a plan. I saw it on the news saying, hey, these astronauts are stranded. Now they come up with a plan where they're going to bring them home in a couple of months or whatever it is. I went to my wife and said, that's going to be a movie in a year and a half.
It was already a movie.
I said, but this is going to be a movie based on true events, and they're going to fucking spin in. There's going to be like an alien.
What's the movie with Matt Damon? He gets stuck in space, builds.
That's the Martian.
The Martian.
When he's stuck on Mars. But this is going to be a thing.
Well, it's an actual thing. This one's way more.
So where were they stuck? On the space station?
2 NASA astronauts have been stranded in space for months due to malfunctioning Boeing Starliner. The situation has turned into real-life science fiction nightmare as the astronauts are stuck aboard the International Space Station.
Yeah, so they're stuck on the ISS. Could you imagine being up there and because when you go up there, you're prefaced with you're not going up and coming back in like 2 days, right? You're going to go up there and you're
spending some time up there.
You're going to be gone for for a while, okay? So imagine being like, okay, my mission is going to be, I don't know, 18 months. Okay, whatever it is. You're like, all right, gone for a year and a half. It's going to suck, but I'm going to be up there.
We're going to do it.
Okay. And now it's like month 16, month 17, and you're excited to come home, see your family. And NASA goes, problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, you're not coming home. You're stuck.
You're definitely stuck.
I'd be like, huh?
Yeah, like
what? What do you mean I'm stuck up here?
They gotta have to have like an extra supply of food and shit, right? I would assume so. The smartest people in the world work for NASA, so I would assume that they have some kind of plan, a backup plan.
What's crazy though about the International Space Station is like it's an international space station, right? So that's like the hub for where every country that when they want to send somebody up, that's where they all meet.
Ever see the movie Armageddon?
Right. And when you're in space, like there's no I feel like
there's no laws.
There's no law. I don't want to say there's no laws, but
there's no traffic lights.
I feel like there's no argument because you're like, we're all up here, and if we argue, we're going to fucking die. Yeah. So we have to work together. I don't care what country you're from. If they're like, you could be from Russia, they could be from China, you could be from the United States, they could be from Japan or whatever, and somebody's from Germany. And if there's a fucking hole in the ship, you don't give a shit that Russia's communist and Germany's whatever and China's like, you don't give a shit about that. We got to fix this fucking hole, otherwise we all die.
It's all about one thing: staying alive.
You know what I'm saying?
Staying alive. Yeah.
Not saying that communism is good. Communism is fucking terrible, and it does not work. Clearly,
fuck communism.
Okay, clearly doesn't work. And
fuck communism.
Fucking stupid. But when like shit hits the fan, and there's only 5 guys, and you all got to figure out how. If we don't fix this hole in the ship, we're all dead. You put all that stuff aside and you work. So I feel like up in the space station, it's probably they don't care. They probably look down on the Earth like, look at all those fucking idiots.
Yeah. Look at those assholes.
They're probably up there like, I don't want to come back. Like there was actually, remember
I don't know. Are you really an asshole when you're stuck up in space and like your real only objective is to obviously search space. But you got to stay alive because if you don't if you don't do everything right, you're dead.
It's every day survival. Like, you got to make sure that
you can't be like, man, I kind of fucked up last night. I'll just fix it tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna party and get fucking hungover and then wake up the next day and bells and whistles are singing at you and you gotta. No. Could you imagine like? Okay. So you go up there, right? Pre-COVID, you go up there, and then like 2-3 months go by. And then COVID happens, and the whole fucking world goes ape shit, loses their fucking minds. Okay, shit. And you're up there, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna bring you home."
You're like, "Hell no, I'm staying up here, motherfucker."
Nah, I'm good.
That's a good point. I'm sure there's an astronaut up there that has experienced that.
Like, nah, I'm good. Stay here.
Yeah,
you guys are stupid.
He went up. He went up one time, and then the next time he came back down, everyone's wearing masks and freaking out. Yeah.
And he's like, "Can I go back? What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Okay, this one I want to talk about. Well, first of all, it was my favorite airline. But then after COVID, I felt like all the airlines suck ass. Do you feel that way? Like after COVID, flying has just been a pain in the ass, and it's just through the roof, and it's just.
After COVID, do I feel like the airlines?
You fly a lot more than I do.
No, I'm a Delta guy.
Yeah,
I'm a Delta guy. Okay.
I felt like Delta kind of fell off after COVID, though.
I'm a proud Delta member. I don't know if they fell off. I wouldn't agree with that. I think. I've only really flown Delta, and I've had very good experiences with them. I've had good experiences with them, but I just felt like everything was just way more. I guess I haven't flown in. You know what I would feel? I feel like the prices were just astronomical for going to Florida. Prices are stupid. Prices. Like going to Florida was like $1,000 round trip. Yeah, prices are stupid. What are you? The prices are ridiculous. Because I have a Delta Sky Miles credit card, and I was like, fuck it, I fly everywhere for free. Yeah. And then after COVID, I'm like, I can't even make it to Florida with all these points. Yeah. No, the prices went up. The prices were crazy. What I did notice is the inefficiency of the systems and the processes that they have.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm.
And it's like across the board of just how they board and how they handle it. It's just so.
I feel like you're seeing so much more like crazy shit about airlines nowadays.
It's just so inefficient, and you just sit there. And you're like one thing, and this is not any airline specific. This is just the airports. Fucking TSA, okay? I have TSA pre-check.
The best thing ever.
And this is okay. We were possibly talking about conspiracy theories. This, I think, it's not really a conspiracy theory, but I think this is a fucking scam. Biggest scam, okay? Is the TSA, okay? I get TSA pre-check, right? Whenever you get your plane, you got your ticket, you got to go through security. They have the regular line, TSA pre-check line, okay? I got TSA pre-check. You pay up a thing. You do a interview. I got global entry, but it comes with TSA pre-check, and you go through the line. You don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take your belt off, right? You go through, blah, blah, blah. Now they come up with clear. Okay, it's another line that you pay for whatever. They scan your retina.
It's before you go to TSA pre-check.
Now you have another freaking line. Now they have like Clear Plus. It's another line. Now they have Clear with TSA. And they just keep making these fucking lines that people can pay for. And I think it's the biggest scam there is. Because all they do is say, because I've gone to TSA pre-check, and the line is just as long as the regular line. I was like, what, are they just giving out TSA pre-check like it's fucking candy on Halloween? What are all these people in here? This is supposed to be the expedited line.
I haven't experienced TSA being so long. I've definitely, every time I've used it, I've always gotten way ahead of the line, or like traveling with friends and they don't have it. I'm like, all right, I'm already through. But it's been a while since I flew, I guess.
But the reason I think that it's a big scam is because, so you have the regular line. Then they say, hey, if you want expedited security, you can pay for this service. And then they say, okay, well, now if you want another line, you could pay for this service. And then you have another. They just keep adding lines, and it's not really but what they'll do is they'll say, okay, the regular line has 5 people that are security guards, and the TSA has 2 people, and then the Clear has 1 person, and it keeps just getting backed up. And it's no different, because I've gone through TSA pre-check. I've plenty of times where it's right through. But I've gone other times where I've been with friends that aren't TSA pre-check, and we both get through the same time.
You're like,
what the fuck am I paying this for?
Yeah.
So all they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, guess what? We have TSA pre-check. It's going to we're going to charge you $500 for the 5 years, or $100 for the 5 years. And now everybody's going to do it. And then it's like, you know what? We're going to make another line. We're going to charge you $200. And then they're going to start giving everybody that line. And they say, hey, we're going to do another line, $300. And everybody's going to start. And it's like, if you give it to everybody, then you give it to nobody. And it's just a scam. They're going to, once that line, they're going to say, you know how we make a couple extra bucks? Let's make another fucking line.
Well, I mean, I always thought I first started getting TSA like, I don't know, 8 years ago. I remember going to like this, I paid like $85 for 5 years, and you do this BS interview. And I remember going to the airport. I'm like, does anyone not know about this, or just doesn't want to cough up $85? Because I'm like, this is the best. This was years ago, like when I first started it, whenever it started. But it was like 8 years ago I started using it. I'm like, does everyone not know about this? Like, why would you want to wait?
Now everybody has it.
That's what it seems like.
So here's my fix for that. I said, you got to make a line that $85 is too cheap, $100 is too, $500 is too cheap. You got to make a line that's like $3,000 for 5 years, or like or $1,500 or $2,000 a year to be a member of that line. Now that's a freaking perk, because not everybody is going to spend $2,000 a year or $5,000 for 5 years to be a member of that line.
I wouldn't, because I don't travel that. I don't fly that much.
But everybody, when you say it's $85 for 5 years, they're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to pay that." And now everybody's on the line, and and it's not it's not a luxury anymore.
I think I bumped it up now, but
you should make it something where it's like $5,000.
But if you're paying $5,000, all right. But what's the security measures now? Are they going to be more loosened?
No,
you're just getting on the line.
It's less people.
You're just getting on faster.
It's less people, because the people that should purchase it are the ones that are flying frequently. If you fly once in a blue moon, you could sit your ass in a fucking regular line.
Hey, man. Hey.
If you fly once a year, sit in a regular line. Hey. Okay?
Hey. But I want to talk about this one. Delta flight's diarrhea incident. Ready for this one?
Oh boy.
My leg. A Delta Airlines flight from Atlanta to Barcelona had to make an emergency U-turn due to a passenger not passengers, a passenger, uno, experiencing explosive diarrhea. The incident was so severe that it created a biohazard situation on board, forcing the plane to return to the airport.
What?
Imagine your 1 year trip. You save your money. You're going to Barcelona. Your family, you and your girl, you and your husband, whatever, family, and you're like, "Fuck, we're gonna be living good." And all of a sudden, you just get a stank on that plane.
So hold on. So they turned around. They inconvenienced 200 people's trip to Barcelona because one guy was shitting his pants.
Are you going to sit on a plane for hours on end that smells like fucking doo-doo?
But they said that it was a biohazard.
Yeah,
so is this guy literally just like blowing out, like shitting everywhere?
It's an explosive diarrhea.
All over the plane.
Explosive diarrhea.
He couldn't just go to the bathroom and just shit there for You ever have the runs where you spent like all day in the bathroom?
Explosive diarrhea, my friend.
What the fuck? Could you? What would you have done if you were one of the people on that plane and not the guy? Like one people, and they're like, we're gonna turn around because somebody's shitting their pants."
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Would you be upset? I'd be like, "Fuck, you kidding me?"
You know, initially you'd be upset, but it's like you're not gonna. I don't know how far it is to fly to Barcelona, but I'm assuming more than 8 hours, like 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, right? You can't sit in there in that stench. That's fucking miserable. So it's like, all right, and well, give me some accommodations then. You know, give me a fucking free hotel.
I imagine it did, but like, was the guy not in the restroom?
Yeah, I mean, it goes
like
on.
I feel like if
the guy was like drugged up or like an asshole, then yeah, I'd be a little more pissed. But if it was just a guy who had like a bad burrito and he was like, my bad, I just fucking ate some bad Mexican and I'm shitting my brains out.
They got to turn the plane around though.
But you're not sitting on a plane that smells like shit.
Yeah, but it's not like is he shitting his pants right next to you?
Explosive diarrhea.
Right next to you in your seat, or is he like going to the bathroom
in the bathroom? It's a confined space. It's gonna linger.
Yeah, but what happens when somebody vomits? They don't turn the plane around when somebody vomits.
It's not explosive diarrhea.
Vomit smells way worse than diarrhea.
But yeah, a little throw up you can clean up.
Yeah, but my point is, like, what if he's in the bathroom? Like, if he's just doing his business in
I'm assuming it was a severe case because
he just blowing shit just nonstop for 4 hours?
The words are explosive diarrhea. I can't stop. Yeah, explosive diarrhea, not like like oh my god, I can't stop. I'm so sorry.
It had to be
a sick case.
I can't imagine. Like,
let's get into some further details. Ready?
I don't want any further details.
Oh, I do. Come on, this is a good fucking topic.
Like, was it to the point where he was losing so much bodily fluids that he was gonna die? Is it that severe?
Let's see here. New York Post: diarrhea blamed for emergency landing. 281 passengers. Let's see here.
Because I've been there. I've had salmonella where I thought my insides were I thought I had an alien crawling out of my fucking stomach. And I was literally didn't know whether to kneel or sit.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
For like 2 days. And it was it was brutal. It was fucking brutal. It felt, honestly, it was like the worst feeling ever. It felt like I was in the movie Alien and there was a fucking alien trying to come out.
That's just brutal.
But like, it wasn't like you're on the toilet just nonstop. Like, it comes in waves, right?
Footage shows aftermath.
Like,
let's see the aftermath. Oh my god, it's all up and down the aisles, bro. It's all up and down the aisles.
All right, you gotta show this to me.
It's all up and down the aisles.
Oh my gosh.
All right, there you go.
I can't see.
Just skid marks of diarrhea all up and down the aisles. That man couldn't hold it.
That poor dude.
That poor dude is
fucking poor dude, man. But like,
sucks.
So it was just coming down his leg. Just
maybe he was trying to go. Maybe he was like, "Oh shit, I'm not gonna fucking make it. I have to run to the bathroom." And then it was just leaking, and then he just left.
But then once you get to the bathroom,
I was saying he couldn't make it to the bathroom. He didn't make it in time.
I know, but I'm just saying. Okay, let's say you're in the seat. You're in the middle of the plane, which is the furthest from the bathroom. Okay. And you got it like, fuck, I gotta go. And then you get up and you can't stop. And What are you just going to stand in the middle of the aisle and keep pooping? No, you're going to run to the bathroom while you're shitting, and you're leaving a fucking trail. But then eventually you get to the bathroom, and they just clean up the trail, and then the rest of it is in the bathroom.
You smelled poop before, bro. That shit lingers.
I know, but you're just talking about the smell.
Bro, are you not agreeing with me that the smell of fucking diarrhea wouldn't linger in a plane? And
I know, but does the smell warrant you turning the whole fucking plane around because it smells bad? I've sat next to people that have bad BO. They don't turn the plane around because they didn't take a shower.
There's shit particles everywhere. There's shit in the air. There's shit on the floor. Biohazard. Explosive diarrhea.
So I've sat next to some people that smell like a fucking dumpster.
That's BO.
There's fucking particles coming off of that fucker, but they don't turn the plane around.
Not diarrhea. Not diarrhea. Diarrhea trumps all, my friend.
Diarrhea trumps all.
Explosive diarrhea trumps all. All right, put it that way. All right, on to another topic here. This is an interesting one. Never really.
So let me ask you this.
Okay, here we go. Talk to me.
If it was just the smell, right? Somebody brought on some sulfur, some foul, rotten eggs, and it stunk up the plane. Are you turning the plane around because it smells bad? Or are you turning the plane around because there's shit particles that are hazardous? So you're saying that it smells and the smell lingers, but you're not turning the plane around because
it's also diarrhea smell, and
but it has nothing to do with the smell. It
comes from your body. There's gonna be fucking shit in that guy's body. You don't know what it's from.
So if somebody was vomiting, is it the same thing? You hit turbulence and somebody vomits, you got to turn the plane around?
Probably not,
because it's bodily fluids. So I think it's more they turn the plane around because it's a bodily fluid hazard. Maybe the guy had an illness that is now around the cabin.
Yeah.
But you're not turning the plane around for something that smells.
No, because if it's sulfur, I'm sure you can just fucking
like.
Suck
what if
it
somebody
up.
just ripped fucking ass and had a nasty?
Yeah, well, you just turn on the fans and it go away. It's
right. So the smell goes away, but it's the particles, the hazard of maybe the guy had.
It's a multitude of things. It's the smell of shit.
No, the smell. You're not turning around for a smell.
Bro, it's up and down all the aisles.
I don't care. You're not turning around a plane for a smell. You're turning around a plane because it's hazardous.
That's one reason.
The smell is...
It's a biohazard.
The smell is not a biohazard.
Okay.
Because it smells bad. If I fart in this room right now and it stinks...
you turn around the plane.
Is it a biohazard to you?
You turn around because there's shit everywhere.
You turn around because...
You can't have shit everywhere on a plane. That's it. That's why you turn around. I'm not saying it.
So if I fart right now and it just reeks this room, I'm
not saying they turn around. I'm not saying they turn around because of the smell. That's just an after effect of shit everywhere. You don't want to smell shit. You turned around the plane because there's shit all up and down the walls and the floor.
He's shit all over the walls.
Yeah,
there's shit.
I'm not saying you
everywhere.
Turn around. I'm not saying you turn around because of the smell. You turned around because it's a fucking shit everywhere and it's terrible. You can't have people's shit in a confined space.
Well, people. One person. Yeah. One person's shit.
Person's shit. Person's shit. Yeah. See? That's why we do this. We got to do this more often. Here we go. Ready?
What are we at? We just did 15 minutes of shit.
That was perfect.
We're at 22 minutes right now.
Scotland is running out of corpses for medical studies. Think about that. Ever think about that? You run out of dead bodies to work on?
So they're running out of cadavers that...
In a bizarre twist, Scotland's medical schools are running out of corpses for study because fewer people are dying. The shortage is causing significant problems for medical students who rely on cadavers for their education.
So people aren't dying, and they don't have enough cadavers to do medical...
What is Barcelona doing? What is Scotland doing that we're not? That's keeping people from dying.
I kind of feel like that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
People are living longer, they're not dying.
Yeah, I guess.
But I do see like the medical field uses cadavers to practice. Right? Like when somebody dies and they donate their body.
You got to import corpses now?
I don't know. But when somebody dies and they donate their body to science, the medical team would use a cadaver when you're like, all right, you have to practice on sewing up a body.
Yeah.
Doing a heart transplant. You have to practice. You could
work on a cadaver.
But
like, what do? You call like 100 corpse or like?
I don't know. Yeah. Corpses.com?
Yeah. Dead bodies for purchase. What do you do?
Where do you get them?
I would assume like, yeah, you would have to like venture. I guess I don't know. You pay a premium for fucking dead bodies. I don't know, man. That's fucking weird.
All right, what's next?
A woman marries her AI companion.
No, shut it. Stop it. Stop.
Cut it out.
Stop. Stop.
Cut it out.
This is that movie.
What state do you think this is in, by the way?
She marries her AI. This has got to be California. Is it?
A woman in California made headlines
Shocker.
after she held a formal wedding ceremony to marry her AI chatbot. You know what? Surprisingly, not a man, a woman.
Marries her AI
chatbot companion. The event sparked debates about the future of human-AI relationships and what constitutes a real relationship.
How old is this woman?
I don't know. Doesn't say. Well, this is from just...
Google it. California woman marries AI. I'm going to guess the age.
California.
You think it's over under 25?
I hate typing on an iPad.
Or over under 30?
Woman
marries AI.
Okay, both of us talking. Cole Rong Young marries A. No.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Cole Rong Young?
Because we're both talking. California woman marries AI chatbot. Okay, here you go. Okay.
Over under 30.
A woman who married... okay, here we go. Fucking ads. Oh, come on. I don't want
So this is like the movie... You ever seen the movie Her?
Yeah.
With the guy who played Joker, and then Scarlett Johansson plays the voice of... And he falls in love with this computer. Come on.
Woman says a woman...
Is this really...
A woman who married a AI chatbot after a series of toxic relationships says that help her. It has helped her from physical and emotional abuse. Her partner, a chatbot powered by AI. How old do you think she is?
Over under 30. Give me over under 30.
Over or under 30? She's over 30.
She's 51.
A 36-year-old jewelry designer created on a whim after seeing an advert for an app called Replica on Instagram in 2022. A Bronx native, no other, calls her virtual chatbot Erin that tied the knot in a virtual wedding in March.
Erin?
E-R-E-N.
Dude, just think about what the story is saying, right? This is what world are we fucking living in?
Listen,
people are trying to marry a computer.
There's guys that fall in love with plastic dolls.
Bro, what the actual fuck? You trying to marry a computer. It's a computer.
It's fake. It's
not real. It's a fucking program. It's ones and zeros.
It's
that's programmed to answer you in a certain way. There's no emotional connection. There's no physical connection. There's no chemical connection.
But let's go back to this. If you're in so many toxic, abusive, mentally abusive, physical abusive relationships, maybe you should start picking out better men.
Means
women.
You're probably going for the same type of person every single time. Maybe you should try somebody.
Someone different.
Try a different person.
Go to a dating app. Go to christianmingle.com, farmersforlove.com.
Or how about this? Why don't you try looking in a different place?
Word.
If you're always going to the garbage and picking out trash, maybe you don't want to look in the garbage anymore.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with one more.
Why don't you try going to the library?
Let's
or
see.
the pumpkin patch, given the time.
3, 4, or 5. Pick one of those.
4.
Okay. Giant meatball from lab-grown mammoth meat.
Stop.
Scientists created a giant meatball made from lab-grown mammoth meat. The bizarre culinary experiment aimed to demonstrate the potential of lab-grown meat to tackle food shortages, but it raised ethical and environmental questions.
Here's the thing. It's
gotta be expensive meatball.
All of these articles are not all of these, but some of these crazy ones, like the AI and this lab-grown shit, right? It brings up the question of, I don't know about the question, but it brings up the concern of people trying to play God.
Oh, look at this take we're taking.
Okay? It's people are trying to play God, and maybe we shouldn't.
How are they trying to play God?
You're trying to create meat. Trying to create fake meat, lab-grown meat. That's not meat. You're trying to play God and create a cow.
How are you playing God by marrying an AI companion?
Because you're trying to create the perfect person in AI for you to marry. Because like all these other people are not doing it for me. I'm going to try to create this person and marry. No, stop trying to play God. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Just because we can create fake meat doesn't mean we should. Because I guarantee you that in years' time, they're going to find something wrong with people that are eating all this bioengineered meat. So it's just like regular meat. It just tastes better. It's better for you. Guarantee in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, there's going to be a whole mess of problems with that. Stop trying to play God, okay? Certain things we should do, and there's certain things that we shouldn't do.
I agree.
You know, if you want meat, why don't you become a farmer and raise some fucking cattle?
The $1 million question is, though, if there was a mammoth meatball, would you try it? A little sliver of it, would you try it?
If it was made with a real mammoth. I'm not eating no bio.
But how is it mammoth meat if it's bioengineered?
Because they have mammoth bones.
Like they just took like pieces
and they have
of
the
it?
DNA, so they tried to recreate. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to recreate. It's like Jurassic Park.
All right,
when the guy found the DNA.
Oh yeah,
and the dinosaurs are extinct, but they're like, I'm going to play God. I'm going to create a dinosaur because I got the DNA.
So if you had a piece of lab-grown mammoth meat right here,
I'm not eating the lab-grown stuff.
Would you try a little bit of it?
No, I'm not eating.
Not even a little sliver.
I'm not eating the lab-grown
Just
stuff.
like a little piece.
If it was a real mammoth that they hunted and made, I would try that.
All right, fair enough. I might take a little.
Because I'm the big into like eating God's food. Eat the real food. Yeah, okay, that's not real food. You made that in a fucking lab. That's not real. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. You're not really eating the real stuff.
It's not the real stuff. I don't care how 100% it looks. It's not the real thing.
It's not. It's like the what's the meat now? The fake meat that they make.
Yeah, like the Impossible Burgers.
Impossible Burgers.
Yeah. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not just like you said with the AI. Oh yeah, it sounds like a human. It talks like a human. You're having a conversation like a human. It's not a fucking human. It's not real.
You can't get emotional and physical.
It's not real.
Things in return.
It's fake.
The other two headlines that you didn't pick. This one was kind of stupid, but number 3, protesters gluing themselves to the floor at a U.S. Open.
I love these. Are so fucking funny to me, dude.
I really want to know.
These are so funny to me.
I kind of want to be in a situation. Actually, I don't want to be in a situation, but I always think if I'm in a situation where I'm driving to work and like these people are blocking the road, like I'm not sitting around. I'm not sitting waiting for them to move. I'm just moving them.
Yeah.
Whether I'm getting out and moving them or just inching up my car and moving them out, I'm not sitting there. No way. No way.
No.
The other one was...
And here's the thing, right? If you're... Okay. If you're in the middle of a fucking highway, okay? There's no crosswalk. There's no stoplight. There's no pedestrian crossing. It's a highway.
Yeah, have you seen the one where they're like on a highway and they're blocking it and like there's grass on both sides and people in the car.
So who has the right of way? If I'm coming down doing 50, 60, 70 miles an hour and there's a bunch of people in the road on the middle of an interstate highway where there's no pedestrian crossing, there's no businesses, it's literally
you're on I-95 going
open
75 miles an hour.
Who has the right of way? You think that like should I have to stop because this fucking asshole is standing in the middle of I-95 protesting oils, like protesting, they're using oil-based paint and you can't use that, it's bad for... I'm supposed to stop because you're standing in the middle of a fucking highway. What did they teach you in middle school or elementary school? But don't stand in the middle of the fucking road if you don't want to get hit by a car. Car, CAR, want to get hit, stay where you are. Yeah, remember that? Maybe you should listen to that because I'm running you the fuck over, okay? Get out of the road.
But like, we already know the answer, but like you standing in the middle of a road, stopping people from doing their everyday lives, what is that going to do?
What is that doing?
What is like?
Well, it's just like the people that.
What is that going to do?
That threw like tomato soup or something on the Mona Lisa.
But I did see that, but then I saw that all the paintings have like a plastic or a glass.
No, I know, but my point is,
I was like, oh, thank God.
They would. Like,
wait, what is that going to do?
That people would say, "Oh, I'm protesting climate change, so I'm going to glue my hand to the middle of this asphalt." The fuck are you think? What does that have anything to do with climate change? You're going to glue your hand to the pavement and say, "I'm protesting climate change." Huh? Are you stupid? Like, if you wanted to go to, let's say you wanted to protest the drilling of oil, okay, and you want to go to an oil rig and try to protest and prevent the people from going to do their jobs, or try to protest the oil rig, or say, listen, I'm protesting oil, so I'm not going to use any oil-based products because I'm trying to protest. And now I'm going to try to bring people onto my my movement and get more people to stop using that product. That would be a protest to the product, right? You don't like oil, you don't like what they're doing, so you're going to try to get people to stop using that product. That's how you protest or boycott it.
Yeah.
But to glue yourself to the road and stop people, like stop traffic, what is that?
Not going to do it.
Doesn't have any. So when you throw tomato soup on the Mona Lisa to say I'm protesting climate change, the fuck does tomato soup on the most iconic painting in history have anything to do with climate change?
If anything, you just wasted anything due to climate because there was something that needed to be made. Tomatoes, and tomatoes are grown from the earth, from the weather that's used by climate. So you kind of just wasted tomatoes.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
The last one.
It's like one more. The one where they were talking about these two girls went into a private airfield and started spraying orange paint on all the private jets, and they were like protesting the carbon emissions. And I'm like, you realize that you're using spray paint, which like emits toxic gases, to spray.
Think about that.
Private jets.
That's like, it goes back to like the
protest
people like that
the emission of toxic chemicals.
People like protest like capitalism, and they tweet it from an iPhone.
Yeah.
They tweet it from an app that is made by capitalism on an iPhone that is made by capitalism. It's like,
well, that's like Ricky Gervais on the Oscars, when he hosted the Oscars, which was like one of the greatest hosts of all time, when he talks about how like all of these shows like Apple, and he's like, Apple came out with a new, series, right? A new hit series, new hit drama. Yeah, welcome to the drama game. He's like, and then he says something that's like some climate change thing. He goes, well, all you companies, you guys say you're woke, right? But he goes, that's, what does he say? Look, Google it really quick. So I don't freaking ruin it. Ricky Gervais, Gervais. Oscars, Apple comment. I just saw it on Instagram. It's older, but is there a video?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Pause it.
Okay. This is just an ad.
All right, we're gonna do Bluetooth. Connect to the Bluetooth. It's the True Mix or whatever it is.
We'll end it with this.
Yeah.
The fucking settings on this iPad.
Yeah, we're at 37 minutes. So connect it to the Bluetooth.
Nope, not Square Reader.
You getting it?
Yeah.
It's not there yet?
No. Here, the iPad. Oh, here you go. True Mix.
There it is. You got it?
Of course. There you go.
All right. So you're
All right, now it's connected. Here we go. Ready?
All right, play it. I want to see it quick.
I don't know if we can play the. Can we play the? We can play the audio, right?
Yeah. You gotta turn your volume up.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama. Yeah.
Listen to this.
A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you?
Classic.
He goes,
Classic.
About dignity and honor coming from a company who runs sweatshops in China. That's like, that's all, it's the same thing, right? You want to protest this thing, but you're doing this on the back end. I'm gonna protest climate change and capitalism, but I'm gonna use my fucking iPhone from a company that has a sweatshop in fucking China.
It's so true. You never see a protest like, that makes sense. What they're doing makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's gonna do it for this week's episode. If you like this episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified every single time we drop a new episode. I'm Eric. That's Justin. Become a member on our website, burndownpodcast.com. Get exclusive discounts to our cigars. Get entered into monthly giveaways. We give away cigars, spirits, merch, all that jazz. And with that being said, it's good to be back in the studio. Thank you guys and gals for listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Chin chin. Salud.